Okay, this is October 29th, and I'm sitting in my garage, which is the heart of my physically messiest self, so in a way it's quite vulnerable. However, it's so much better than it used to be, so I'm working on it. It's very symbolic of other things. Anyway, I'm making this recording in the garage because I do not want Vo to hear me right now, because I've got to talk about what happened tonight. This was actually supposed to be a weekend where they were with their dad, but she had an event at her school, a trunk or treat, and she wanted me to take her, and he was cool with that, so I took the kids, and then they're just staying with me overnight, and it's great. But what happened tonight at the event was that I saw her teacher from last year, who for the last 2 weeks of school was gone, and it was because her husband died, and I had never heard anything more about what happened to him. He was young, and she is probably about my age. She has some kids. She's a teacher. This is gonna be fair, she's not like, well, doesn't matter, okay, we'll get back to that. So but Vo loved her, and she was a really great teacher, and she had such a good year with her. And when I had the seizure, Vo called her, or she called me, I don't even remember, because the seizure knocked everything out of me, but she called me, I believe. And I just always thought she was great, and so I was really happy and surprised to see her tonight, because I haven't seen her since her husband died, and she went through her stuff. And we also have this piece of artwork that Vo made for her that I've been waiting to give. We've been trying to give to her for some time. So I saw her, and I just instinctively hugged her. It was like I felt like it was just like a wonderful spirit to spirit hug. Later, she told Vo, "Oh, your mom gives really good long hugs." So I don't know, but we started talking. I couldn't tell if she wanted to talk, but I definitely wanted to talk. So we talked, and I just learned a little bit as it opened up, because I told her, my brother died last year, and if you want to hang out, I'm always looking to connect with somebody, because I feel very alone in my grief, but I feel like other people who have grief, and then I can connect with them, and they can connect. But then she said, "Well, I don't know if you know this, but the year before, both of my parents died." And then she said, "But everything is okay," because that day that her husband died, she said, "I had actually seen an attorney. I met with an attorney that day." I said, "Oh." And I said, "Okay, well, I've been through a divorce. It's horrible." She said, "Yeah, well, he had actually asked me for a divorce because he had a girlfriend, and then she said something about him driving back from maybe Tennessee. I don't know, it got kind of blurry, but I guess and then she said he was off of his meds for a week." And I said, "Oh, was it suicide?" And I didn't know that, and it was. She said yes. So it was strange, because clearly she's been through a whole lot, but she kept saying, I'm good, and I have all this support, because I was like, I would love to hang out. I would love to, connect with you. And then I introduced her to Sai, and she said, "Well, as long as you have children who could come through my grade level, we have to keep it professional." And I was like, okay, I understand. But by the end, I understand being professional, but when I first met her 2 years ago, I was struck by this genuine spirit of joy, passion maybe for what she's doing. And then tonight, when she seemed so okay, and I thought about how she'd been spurned, it just seemed strange. And then she saw Vo and told Vo that I was such a good hugger, and it just again, I went back to the place of feeling alone in my grief and looking for somebody to connect with. And so it just something seems off. Something seems off. Vo, are you out there? So then the other part of it is that I said, well, at some point in that, I said, you know, with the divorce, I said, I know what it's like to be a single mom, and I know you're going through that now, and I know how hard it is. And that was, again, she said, oh, I'm doing okay. And I understand, like, if you're in a shitty marriage, it can feel like you're a single mom even when you're married. But as I was thinking about this tonight, it occurred to me that I have always thought of myself as a single mom, maybe newish single mom looking for this world, but it's not true. I've been a single mom for 6 years, and I have firmly established why I am a single mom, and I'm cool with it. And, you know, it is, and actually, I think tonight just felt for the first time like I could be a leader in a way for other single moms. I'm a strong single mom in many ways, but at the same time that I feel always so not strong. So I guess that was the main point, is that even as I feel weak, I am strong. And also I'm kind of curious about this lady. How can she feel so okay? And I guess it's different to lose your parents, who are supposed to die before you, to lose your asshole soon-to-be ex-husband who was cheating on you because he killed himself. And that's different than losing your brother who was not supposed to die and was good to you. So once again, it's not the connection that I don't want anyone else to go through what I've been through, but it's just lonely. It's a lonely boat.